Have you ever felt like life is pushing you in directions you don't want to go? Like you're constantly forcing things to happen, only to end up exhausted and unfulfilled? What if I told you there's a way to step out of that struggle and into a life where everything flows effortlessly? That's what creator mode is all about. And if you're watching this, it's no accident. You're ready to unlock a new way of living. Imagine a moment in your life where you sense a shift, a quiet but undeniable pull away from the chaos and noise of everyday existence. You realize you're exhausted from pushing, from forcing things to happen in ways that no longer align with who you are. This is the moment you step into creator mode. It's as though the universe recognizes that you're ready for something new, something deeper. And suddenly, you stumble upon this video. It didn't appear by chance. You're prepared to embrace a life where you're no longer governed by outdated patterns and unconscious habits. Instead, you're drawn to explore your authentic desires, your genuine passions, and the unique path that awaits you. Entering creator mode is about acknowledging the innate talents and gifts you already possess. It's an invitation to stop fighting against life's currents and start flowing with them. Imagine living a life where your actions feel like a natural extension of your true self, where every step you take resonates with your inner truth. This is the essence of creator mode, a state of being where you're fully present, fully aware, and fully capable of crafting a reality that feels both empowering and deeply satisfying. But what does it really mean to step into creator mode? It's about recognizing that you're not just a passive participant in your life. You're the creator, the artist, the architect of your own reality. It's about shifting from a mindset of scarcity and struggle to one of abundance and flow. It's about understanding that you have the power to shape your experiences, your relationships, and your future. This shift often begins with a moment of clarity, a realization that the way you've been living isn't working anymore. Maybe you've been chasing goals that don't truly matter to you, or you've been stuck in routines that drain your energy. Whatever the case, creator mode is about breaking free from those limitations and stepping into a life that feels authentic and aligned. As you embrace creator mode, it becomes evident that constantly pushing and forcing your way through life only leads to frustration and burnout. You recognize that many of your struggles stem from a need to control every outcome, attempting to bend life to your will. Instead, you begin to see that releasing this force-based approach allows you to align with your true self, creating space for a more natural and fulfilling flow. You can navigate life's currents with grace and ease when you embrace this realization. In this new state of being, you start to appreciate the power of alignment over control. When your actions are driven by genuine passion and inner truth, they become effortless and joyful, unlike those driven by obligation or the need to prove yourself. By focusing on what truly resonates with you and letting go of the need to control everything, you invite more ease, joy, and spontaneity into your life. You trust that what's meant for you will come, and your role is to remain open and receptive. Letting go of a forceful approach also means embracing life's uncertainties with curiosity rather than fear. This shift isn't always easy. It requires you to confront your fears, to let go of the illusion of control, and to trust in the process of life. But the rewards are immense. When you stop forcing and start flowing, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities that you never could have imagined. For example, think about a river. When you try to force the water to flow in a certain direction, you create resistance and turbulence. But when you allow the river to follow its natural course, it flows smoothly and effortlessly. The same principle applies to your life. When you stop trying to control every detail and instead trust in the natural flow of things, you'll find that life becomes much easier and more enjoyable. You no longer feel the need to have all the answers or to predict every step of your journey. Instead, you focus on the present moment, knowing that clarity and direction will emerge as you move forward. This shift allows you to pursue your goals with less pressure and more freedom, welcoming unexpected opportunities and experiences that align with your highest good. Focus and intention hold transformative power when you move away from force-based living. What you choose to focus on becomes your reality, When you pour your energy and attention into problems, they seem to grow and dominate your life. But when you direct your focus toward what excites and inspires you, you amplify those experiences instead. It's about recognizing that your thoughts and intentions are powerful tools that shape your reality. By consciously choosing where to place your attention, you reclaim your power and become a deliberate creator of your life. Understanding this power also means realizing that not everything requires your immediate reaction or emotional investment. It's easy to become entangled in conflicts or challenges, believing that by focusing on them, you're working toward a solution. However, this often leads to more stress and less clarity. Instead, when you practice observing these situations without immediately reacting, you create space for a more thoughtful and empowered response. You learn to give just enough attention to understand the lesson or insight it offers, then redirect your focus toward what you want to cultivate and grow. For instance, if you're facing a difficult situation at work, instead of obsessing over the problem, you can choose to focus on finding solutions or learning from the experience. By shifting your focus, you take control of the narrative and create a more positive outcome. By mastering the art of focus and intention, you begin to see life through a different lens. Every moment becomes an opportunity to either perpetuate an old pattern or create a new reality. You start to notice the subtle energies around you and understand how your focus can either amplify or dissolve them. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but rather approaching them from a place of empowerment and choice. You realize that with every thought and intention, you have the potential to either feed into negativity or nurture the growth of something beautiful and new. As you refine your ability to focus and set clear intentions, you naturally begin to disentangle from old patterns that no longer serve you. These patterns might have once provided a sense of security or familiarity, but now they feel more like chains holding you back. By becoming aware of these ingrained habits, you give yourself the power to choose differently. This awareness allows you to step back and observe your reactions rather than being driven by them. You start to understand that every time you engage with an old pattern, you reinforce it. When you choose not to engage, you weaken its hold and create space for new, healthier behaviors to emerge. This process of disentanglement is about recognizing triggers without letting them control you. When faced with a familiar conflict or emotional response, instead of reacting instinctively, you pause and reflect. You ask yourself, why does this situation make me feel this way? What belief am I holding on to that causes this reaction? Identifying the underlying beliefs and emotions behind these patterns allows you to break them. Understanding these triggers gives you the ability to choose a new response, one that aligns with your current values and desires rather than outdated narratives. You're no longer caught in the cycle of automatic reactions. Instead, you become an active participant in creating your own experience. Upon disengaging from these patterns, you begin to notice profound changes in your interactions and experiences. Situations that once caused distress now seem trivial, and conflicts that used to draw you in no longer have the same power. You realize that you don't need to change the people or circumstances around you to feel at peace. True freedom comes from within, from the ability to remain centered and clear, regardless of what happens externally. By staying rooted in your own sense of self, you navigate life with more ease and grace, responding to challenges with curiosity rather than fear. Each step you take in this direction strengthens your ability to create a reality that truly reflects who you are. With the release of old patterns and the mastery of focus and intention, you step fully into the role of a deliberate creator. Changing how you relate to the world around you is a profound shift. You no longer feel like a passive participant, merely reacting to circumstances beyond your control. Instead, you embrace the understanding that you are the architect of your experience, consciously choosing how to shape each moment. A deep awareness of how your thoughts, emotions, and actions influence your reality is more important than just positive thinking. Living as a deliberate creator also involves cultivating a heightened sense of awareness about what aligns with your true self. It requires you to constantly check in with yourself, asking, Is this decision, action, or thought aligned with the reality I want to create? By doing so, you ensure that each step you take is intentional and congruent with your deepest values and desires. A sense of mindfulness allows you to navigate life with greater confidence and clarity, knowing that each choice you make is a deliberate act of creating what you want out of life. In this empowered state, you find that life begins to respond to you in new and unexpected ways. Opportunities that once seemed distant or impossible start to manifest effortlessly. The synchronicities and coincidences you encounter are not mere chance, but rather the universe's response to your deliberate focus and intention. You realize that by living authentically and intentionally, you attract experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with your true self. Your external reality becomes a reflection of your inner state, demonstrating that when you live as a deliberate creator, reality indeed becomes simpler, more harmonious, and deeply fulfilling. And so, as you continue on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment, remember that you have everything you need within you to create the life you truly desire. It's not about having more or doing more. It's about being more present, more aware, and more attuned to the infinite possibilities that exist in every moment. The moment you adopt this state of being, your life becomes more fulfilling, more meaningful, and more aligned with your true nature. So, are you ready to step into creator mode? To stop forcing and start flowing? To live a life that's not just about surviving, but thriving? If this resonates with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you're stepping into your power as a creator. Remember, the journey is yours to design. Let's make it extraordinary.